Hello, this is Frank with Frank's Beautiful Rocks and Minerals. I have advertised before that I provide the service of testing for pollution in your drinking water and your soils around your house and in your air. I'm a professional chemist, an environmental pollution testing chemist. I was hired at ICM Labs and worked for a while, and now I own my own business. I follow the book Standard Methods for the Analysis of Water and Wastewater. I follow EPA and OSHA guidelines. My analyses are very precise. I use standard glassware and laboratory equipment, and I do duplicates in a blank. I also test for soils for plants that are going to grow in. I know a time where my mother and I spent a lot of money planting beautiful flowers in a flower garden out front in what looked like a beautiful soil bed, and they grew beautifully. But they didn't bloom. They didn't flower. They had nice green leaves, but they just didn't flower. And when I took a soil analysis of the soil at the end of the summer, I realized there was not enough potash and phosphorus for the flowers to grow. There's enough nitrogen. Nitrogen provides a nice leaf growth, but not enough of the other nutrients to provide the flowers to grow. So they didn't bloom. It's very important if you want to do gardening or plant a flower bed that you have your soils tested for their chemical composition to make sure that you may need to add fertilizer of an appropriate amount to your soil so that your flowers bloom and your vegetables grow and are large and tasty. Now, you know I do pollution testing, and I test for toxins and poisons in drinking water and soils around your house. The total tests that I do include drinking water, soil, and analysis in air. Drinking water and soil. I test for nitrates, nitrite, pH, magnesium, calcium, sodium, total chlorides, iron, copper, lead, arsenic, phosphates, turbidity, relative stability, color, odor, bacteria, fecal coliforms, algae. I also test for, in your house, fungi or mold. And I test in your soil for nematodes and microorganisms. I can also test your air for carbon dioxide, the particulates that are in your air smoke density, and I can do a test to determine if you have radon in your house. Radon is the natural process of radioactivity breakdown of the Earth. There are certain regions on Earth where there's more radon gas, which is radioactive and detrimental to health, than others. And these are called radon belts. Your basement might be lying on a radon belt. I can test to tell you for $9 whether or not you have high levels of radioactivity of radon in your basement or if you do not. Other people are concerned with mold. Is there mold in their house? Did it get wet? Was there water damage? Is there mold? Black mold. I can test for that as well. I don't test for asbestos because it's not really a true test. And the reason why is this, and don't let yourself be fooled by other people who offer to test asbestos in air for you. Asbestos is chrysotile, a mineral. It causes lung problems, lung cancer. It's now replaced with glass, which is not much better, but it's better. Asbestos, if left alone, doesn't break apart and float in the air. It just stays left alone. And there's no asbestos in the air. So why test for it? If you don't touch your asbestos, you have no asbestos in your air to breathe in. You're fine. Leave it where it is. There's nothing wrong with a house built with asbestos. All of my tests require expensive chemicals and procedures to run. I average out the cost so that each test costs $9. So for the tests that I provide showing the amount of pH, nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus necessary for healthy plant growth and flower blooming in plants in a garden bed, I charge $9 per each test. Just like I charge $9 for each test for testing for such contaminants as lead, arsenic, nitrates, nitrites, in drinking water, and those same types of elements in soils. Also remember that if you want any minerals or crystals, you can contact me. I just have gone through a lot of prospecting, and I have a bucket full of chalcedony. I have chalcedony. I have pink calcite. I have selenite. A lot of chalcedony. I have prospected more obsidian than I know what to do with. This is very gem quality. I prospected it from Mount St. Helens in Washington State Park, ignimbrites. I found a new location in Kearney, New Jersey, to prospect, in addition to Sterling Hill Mine, where I've collected beautiful specimens of quartz, muscovite mica, schist, clear quartz. Beautiful specimens. beautiful specimens of kyanite. These are all from Kearney. And I also trade and deal with wholesale. I have Pica coal, beautiful Pica coal, with its schiller. Any type of mineral for your rock and mineral collection that you need. I'm now overstocked. I sell cabinets full of rock collections. Most rocks are $3 each. I've prospected them myself in the early 2000s. I provide them in nice, handmade boxes with wooden dividers. Each specimen comes individually with a number on it. This is lepidolite. It's beautiful purple color. This is pink calcite. This is prehnite. This is rhodonite. This is blue apatite. This is pyrite. This is opal, gristle opal. This is blue apatite. This is green calcite. This is blue quartz. You can tell I've been doing this for a long time and know my minerals very well. And I label the inside of my boxes with the title of the rock collection, minerals from around the world, or maybe the minerals of New Jersey, or igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks, and I label what they are. I don't charge for my handwork and craftsmanship making the enclosure with my table saw. This is actually my table saw. I just happen to have a piece of painted wood and my globe on top of it. I use it to cut the dividers, the nice wooden dividers. And I just love making these containers and rock collections. And what a beautiful specimen to display on your coffee table or in your house, and a discussion piece it is for people that are interested in rocks and minerals. Your selenite, this crystal. Well, I could go on and on. This is what I do. I make rock and mineral collections. I also sell minerals individually. I have fluorescent minerals. These fluoresce under ultraviolet light. I've been prospecting. I have minerals that fluoresce brilliant green and pink. Fluorescent franklinite and calcite from the Sterling Hill mine. And I provide the analytical pollution testing and testing for your plants. And you can always reach me at my website, my email, Frank Reiser, rocksminerals@gmail.com. Reiser is Reiser. Or phone me at 973-226-3476. The name of my business is Frank's beautiful rocks and minerals. Also, send in scientific topics, and I'll make videos as I have in the past, per your requests, discussing those topics. I, as you know, am an older middle-aged man. I have many degrees. I study a lot. I know a lot of science. I've worked in a lot of laboratories. And I wish to share my knowledge with you. And if you have any trouble with subjects that you are having in college or any questions about science, let me know. And I'll make a video about it and present it to you on the internet, on YouTube. And you have my contact information. Again, you can contact me at frankreiserrocksminerals@gmail.com or 973-226-3476. And this is Frank, always reminding you to keep looking down.